can drop your comments on the post that we have up there. Now, exactly 17 years ago today, 127 soccer fans lost their lives in the stampede which occurred when Accra Folk clashed with Asante Kotoko in a Ghana Premier League match. And as part of activities to mark their 17th anniversary, a short memorial ceremony was held at the forecourt of the Accra Sports Stadium. Where were you on that fateful day, and how did you receive the news? How did you feel about it? Any lessons learned? Let's hear your thoughts.
I was in Kumasi, but I shocked because of the response. Some of my colleagues, among those people, they die. They are my best friends. We are together in what they call it in Chapter O with Azizi Futa them. We are colleagues together. What this thing happened, and they called me from phone. But before I realized, and I hear, even that day, that night, I even come back to Accra. But before I arrive in Accra, the thing happened already. As you are asking me now, sir, if you just let tear of joy just starting coming in my eyes, because of it was not easy. It was not easy because I like football and it's my passion anytime.
Myself and my other brothers, we normally follow Kotoko. We sometimes move from here to Kumasi to watch their matches. But then on the main night, we were at the stadium. But normally we leave the stadium like 5 minutes before the full time. That is what we normally do. So we left, and myself, I got to 37 before I heard in the news that people were dying and stuff. So it was really a shocking news when I heard that. It was quite amazing. But we have serious problem in this country. You know, how can you for now? How can you construct a stadium close to the sea? Which is a still stadium, which is close to the sea. How could you do this? No white man will do this. No developed country will build this kind of stadium.
Yeah.
You want him to take a position?
Yeah, I heard it on radio. Because by then, TVs were not common at my place. That's Najo #1 in the Bumpurugu district. Okay. So when I heard it, I am a Hearts fan. And I used to listen to commentaries on radio. So when I heard it, I was very shocked. I said, how can my people die like that? You see? So I really didn't know what to do. But by then, look at my place, very far.
All right, so where was I? I was at the stadium, actually watched that match, and I saw everything play out right there in front of me. Well, I didn't know the people that died at the time, and I was working as a sports anchor, you could say that, and I left the stadium, went to the office to go about my usual duties, and then I heard that apparently people had died. I had to go back to the stadium. I had to go to 37 Military Hospital to cover all that. That was my day 17 years ago, or that was my night 17 years ago. Let's get on to Facebook and see some of the comments that you have. Eric Kofi Isuako says, was home by then, 7 years, and maybe doing my Konko car with seriousness by then. May God keep all lost souls and comfort all families that lost loved ones. Amen. And Jenny Paula comes in and says, small boys are young. By Jeremiah says, I was in Accra attending to cattle as a herds boy when GBC broke the sad news. I was shocked and felt it was unfair that such a thing will ever happen to promising young ladies and gents through human behavior. No lessons have been learned because games hooliganism is increasing at an increasing rate in Ghana, ranging from team management, officiating, and supporting fans. Ekuya Majisi says, sadly, we have not learned any lessons, yet if we have less than 50 ambulances, will not be what is in use for the whole country. The country's response to emergency is poorly poor. Bukari Idi says, probably my mom sent me to check on my dad at work because he was keeping long. On my way going, I heard the sad news on radio, Garden City Radio then. And Kwesi Watenepa says, hey, that day in my village, our only source of news was GTV, and pictures from them very, very heartbreaking. And Imoro says, I was at school. The news was very shocking and I felt so bad. I learned that never drink alcohol, outside the premises of any stadium. if you found yourself there. Hetty Kofi says, was home when my brother-in-law came back from the Accra Stadium with the news. Was 11 years by then. Mustafa Yakubu says, Ghanaians will never learn lessons. Sad tragedy. Rest in peace, all gone souls. Walanyo says, so sad. May their gentle souls rest well in the bosom of our Creator. I'm very sad this evening. Moving on, the 2015 Auditor General's report has revealed that a fake lecturer at the Kufuor Technical University, formerly the Kufuor Polytechnic, has succeeded in teaching at the university for 9 years and received salaries amounting to 201,065 cedis. The Auditor General's department is blaming authorities of the university for not doing due diligence in scrutinizing the lecturer's certificate before engaging him. We ask, who would you hold responsible in such a case?
Black man does not read. I get that. So the fact that he just sees that the man is holding a paper, he concludes that the paper is genuine. I get that. But I think we must move beyond that black man system, you see, and really always verify whatever we see. You see, if there was a verification system, this will not happen. I get that. But, you know, it's married to us. Let me put it that way. Because the black man really does not read. So they always say, if you want to hide something, put it on a paper. Yes, and that is what is happening. You see, we have professors, doctors, but they see the document, they don't read. They just assume that all is well.
The authority of the school
Right.
and the government, before they can employ somebody, they should go through his all from just class 1 to university level. You see, so if there is a blame, we should blame them.
There are weak systems, but then I think it's also the responsibility of the university to do a thorough background check of the person they are employing, because I can't come to your university with fake documents without maybe trying to find out where I even worked previously and, you know, just employ me like that. Unless maybe he bribed somebody or the topmost person to get there.
Actually, I'm not surprised because I'm working with one of the regional hospitals in the north. So it's like we encounter such a problem too, like that, where a doctor came with the intention that he's coming to do his housemanship. So at a point, they got to realize that he was holding a fake certificate.
All right, so let's get on to Facebook now. And Ahmed says, if a country says they want only certificates and not what a man can offer, then that's what happens. People will use fake certificates to rise through the ranks at workplaces. Some works in Ghana needs just training and you're done. Ghana, learn from China and the rest. Rem Lil says, if the man is good at what he does it matter if his certificate is fake or not? Ghanaians need to rethink what they believe knowledge is. Knowledge is not just based on an awarded sheet of paper. And James Abusanga says, I'll blame the outdated criteria used in hiring and recruitment of people into jobs whose requirements keep changing daily in our country. Jerry Kweku Danswe-Chan says, the weak system that MPM ministers exploit for double salary. Gerald Amuzu says, is he worse than a minister who took double salary? Constance Ando says, hey, shaking my head. Abdul Badi Saibu says, Ghanaian version of Suits series. Yeah, you've been watching Suits too. All right, President Akufo-Addo has stated that his uncle, a member of the Big Six, Joseph Kwame Twetwe Boakye Dankwa, probably known as JB Dankwa, founded the University of Ghana. So apart from founding UG, what other achievements of JB Dankwa do you know?
All I can recall right now is that he's related to the current president of the country.
I know he's one of the founding fathers of this MPP administration, the government, the party. Sure, that's what I know about him. Man.
He was one of the Big Six, and he helped Kwame Nkrumah fight for the independence of Ghana. He did many things for Ghana, but I don't really know the history about him.
JB Dankwa is our ex-president some years ago.
J.B. Dankwa is a politician who fights for independence for Ghana.
He was among the big six who fought for our independence, and then he did what he's supposed to do as a statesman.
All right, but then on Facebook, people take it to a completely different level altogether. Mind you, they're just being sarcastic. They are just being sarcastic. All right, so David Alpha says he brought the first plane to Ghana. He also built the first Sandcrate house in my hometown. Roland M. Captain says, proponent of One Village, One Dam and One Constituency, $1 million. He ordained Queen Elizabeth. Amina Terra says, even though I walked through the valley of the shadow of death, J.B. Dankwa was there some. This our president should please stop these jokes. Mike Trump said that. Then Nazareth says, don't you know that Mansa Musa is Akufo-Addo's great-grandfather? In fact, Ghana is theirs. Godwin Ackley says he founded Multimedia and Despite Group of companies. And Bra Shafiq says having a president in their family after is generation. Komla Foster says J.B. Dankwa also broke yes and oh no. Okay, at this point I can't take any more of the comments.